but that's okay. There's some sunlight.
Sunlight.
Hey, can you tell that I am just so not with it this morning? They've changed my schedule completely. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. For some reason, for 3 days last week, and then almost all of this week, my schedule is completely different, and it's really f***ed me up, like, real bad. I don't know why I've become so incompetent all of a sudden. I made a pure mistake yesterday and missed a shift. Fortunately, it was like a really, really short shift. Like the shortest they could legally give me. And I don't think they missed me that much, to be honest, because nobody called me. It was weird.
And they apparently sounded confused when you called them.
They apparently sounded really confused when I called them. I have no idea what's going on there. This morning, we were panicking and getting up, and I realized I started 45 minutes later than I actually do. So now we're just kind of hanging out. We got some actual breakfast. We got some smoothies, and we're gonna sit here in the car and try to like de-stress. But I don't know why I just turned into just a completely incompetent person.
Well, when you have a regular schedule, you know, it's good for you, and then as soon as it's interrupted, it's hard to function. So.
Yeah. I took a shower this morning in which I forgot to wash myself. Like, I brushed my teeth and, like, did my hair and forgot to, like, do body wash or face wash. Oh, that's our normal alarm. Hey, look at that. Oh, the rest of the week better be just better.
As long as we can get to bed earlier each day.
It is really weird being out this late and the sun is still up. Look at this sunset. It probably doesn't look nearly as good on screen as it does in real life, and the sun is now behind a small grove of dead and lifeless trees, but anyway.
They're just wintry.
So, come on, first off, back it up. I had a really bad day at work. So Clément was like, hey, we haven't seen Beauty and the Beast yet. Let's go do that. And it was good.
It was good.
It was good. It was fun. I guess if you're looking at it as a movie by itself and you're trying really hard not to compare it to the original, it was okay. But I have to say, I cried way more times than I'm willing to admit of just pure nostalgia. They recreated a lot of scenes in there, shot per shot, and a lot of dialogue was word for word from the original movie, and they had some songs that were from the Broadway adaptation.
Which might get you to ask why even make that movie, but I don't know.
But, oh my gosh, it was so sweet, and that movie was like my Disney princess movie growing up. There was a kid behind me who kind of ruined it for me, though. He kept on kicking my chair and talking at the screen like it was the Rocky Horror Picture Show or something.
Oh, so we weren't supposed to throw rice? Oops.
Whoops.
My bad.
I showed up in fishnets and leather. Whoops. The second the movie started and they started playing that, I really wish I knew the name of the actual piece of music, but you know, the music that opens up the original movie. The second they started playing that, I was just like, like it was pretty much me all the way through. Low battery, oh no. And all the ensemble pieces were great. Clément's face lit up like a light bulb. Yeah, as soon as they started singing Kill the Beast, he was just like, yes! I could see it in his eyes. He was screaming on the inside.
You can see it in my eyes. You can see it in my smile.
So, I'm finally getting around to some really good editing. So good. That came out. Sarcastic, but yes, that is in fact my sugar cereal snack. I found knockoff little Lucky Charms-ish cereals. I thought I'd try them. They've got cute little just circle plugs of marshmallow and Inkers. I don't entirely get it. But when I was opening the bag, I cut out a little corner of it because it's that brand that comes in a bag and there's more in it than your typical $3 box of kids cereal. And I don't know, I was having a terrible day and I was like, I could use something really indulgent, so here's the bag. And I cut a little corner out of it and was like, oh man, it's too bad that I didn't think of the fact that I'd have to find a way to reseal the bag. Promptly noticed, after I'd done all that, this perforated strip, which I since have ripped off the bag, which was concealing, I don't know, can you see it? Like, sealed into the bag. Oh yeah, it says it right there. There's one of those tracks, like a Ziploc track, right in there. And I do this all the fucking time, you guys. There are these bags of cat food where, granted, that track is kind of weirdly not at the top. It's like partway down the bag. You kind of have to like push it open at first, like. But anyway, I do that all the time with that cat litter. I know this going into it. Open it. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, and I ripped the bag anyway. Fuck! I don't know how I'm going to close that now. Probably another twist tie. Oh no! I shouldn't. This is why I shouldn't be put in charge of anything. Ever. So, Clément and I got home.
We sure did.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm operating on like 2 hours of sleep because I could not sleep last night. I suddenly had this wheeze in my throat. Really randomly. I don't feel sick today. But, you know when your throat starts whistling? I suddenly had that. This is not a flattering angle, but anyway. And it kept me awake. And so I'm operating on maybe 2 hours of sleep. And I've gone through a whole shift at work. And we're home now. This weekend, we're helping Girl Force run a booth at the Capital Games Expo. And we've just realized that both of the games that we have worked on together are ridiculously incomplete due in part to somehow it got deleted off of Dropbox. So we're kind of frantically trying to come up with a very simple game that we can make.
Like, even 48-hour game jams, it's hard to make anything good, and we do not have 48 hours.
We don't. And I'm still operating on 2 hours of sleep, an energy drink, and a cold brew coffee. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go take a nap because I'm really hurting for it. And if I want to be of any use, I need to not be so scatterbrained. I honestly don't know how I haven't gotten myself killed today. Like, nothing crazy has happened, and that's the weird thing. I'm probably at the point where, you know, a doctor would not suggest I operate any kind of machinery. How did I go through a shift without massively fucking up or injuring myself or somebody? I don't know. So anyway, enough babbling. I should nap. I should be panicking, given my history and that kind of thing. Like, this should be sending me into a spiral of despair, but
Thank you for not being this way.
I'm just so tired, I can't even. Have you guys been looking at my nose the whole time? Should just go to sleep. You guys, remember this shit?
Yeah, so the Capital Gaming Expo is tomorrow, and Annie and I are going to be helping out at the Girl Force booth, which I think we already mentioned in this video. So we're going to be showing off a couple Girl Force related games, including this one, which is the one that Annie and I and a couple other people did during a game jam. So yeah, I'm just testing it, making sure it looks good on a bigger screen like this. And, yeah.
I like the portrait
Yeah, it looks really
monitor.
cool.
That looks really cool, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be eye-catching.
Definitely. I think when we were doing this, you and I were in charge of her emoting.
Yeah, we
what
did.
I remember.
We did all the
I should be zoomed in on this.
But yeah, we did all the animation programming, so like pretty much like all of the movement of the character's body parts, her face, her limbs, the skis moving in and out. Andy and I took care of all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's there's been a lot of running around today and getting things ready for the expo at the last minute, but I think we were good to go now.
We were working on another game so that we could have something to show off as well, and we literally just finished it.
Yeah.
We hadn't touched it in a year.
Yeah, a game that we started making like a year ago and left like halfway done. We finished it in like the last 2 days.
Also, if you turn and face the other screen, you maybe angle your head back a little bit. You had like anime glasses going on there. So now we get to go to sleep and then wake up and figure out how the hell we get there.
Yep, I've never been to the place, so Google Maps will probably be involved.
Oh, probably. Probably way too dark to do this. But also I had a pretty funny experience. I had a pretty funny experience at work today. So at work they do profit sharing and I don't get any. Ha ha ha. I haven't been with the company long enough, but in order to celebrate everybody else getting the profit sharing, they had like it was a pajama day apparently, and they had tons and tons of pizza in the break room, and there were streamers and decorations everywhere. I walked in, I was so confused because I didn't really know what was happening. There were just people in like onesies and house coats eating pizza. There was also an ice cream sundae bar, so they're eating pizza and ice cream. And then in one corner of the room where the TV is, they had a karaoke machine hooked up to it that I swear to God was from 2002. The person who set it up just, I guess, didn't know how to format it, had never heard of aspect ratios or anything, so the bottom half of the screen was kind of cut off, and the music for the karaoke was MIDI, and I swear to God somebody started singing Creed. It was a weird lunch. I don't know, I just found it really funny. That was my day today.
Just finished day 1 at the Capital Gaming Expo. How do you feel?
I mean, we're not entirely finished day 1 yet.
That's true, there is an after party that starts like a couple hours after the expo ends, and we're taking that chance to take a nap because we had a busy day.
Yeah, so have you guys ever found that just laying down in a car with your feet up is really weirdly comfy?
I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't think it would work with the steering wheel in the way for me though.
That's true. Sorry.
Alright, shall we start heading towards the after party then?
Yeah.
You gotta wake up.
Oh. Okay, I guess that's our cue to go.
Sure.
Alright. You're gonna try yourself some VR.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Hey.
It's $5.
Oh, okay.
Is that alright?
Yeah, that's okay. It's $5. off point. Nice.
What the f? There's a Popeyes in College Square now? There's a Popeyes in Canada? What? What?
You seem very shocked.
It's just, I don't know, it's just, I don't know. Hey, that's what I have to say. Oh, hello.
Hi.
This weekend was really fun, but we're extremely tired.
Yo. So how'd you like your first game conference?
It was my first game conference ever. It was my first game conference ever, let alone, you know, first one that I've ever presented at. Yeah, that was really cool. It was really fun, and it really makes me, oops, my finger keeps showing up in there, sorry. It really makes me want to keep working at game design, because this community, at least, I don't know, I can't say anything about like Montreal or Toronto or Vancouver, but this community seems really fun. It seems really fun and really supportive, and there's a lot of cool stuff coming out of Ottawa. I feel like now's a really good time for me to start getting into this, if I'm ever gonna get into this. How did you enjoy?
I thought the conference was really good. It was also the first time that this particular conference happened, and I thought it was really good for its first time. So
Yeah, and it was organized by one of your coworkers in part, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that was awesome.
You did a good job, if he watches this at all. Well, now we are absolutely exhausted. My face looks like a potato from this angle. Anyway, we need to get to bed because tomorrow I get plunged back into the regular work week, and I'm really not looking forward to it.
Alright, let's get some sleep.
Okay, hope you guys have fun watching.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.